Hey man, what's happening? It's Cool Water, the Digital Dope Man, here again with another episode in the podcast Stratosphere, Atmosphere, where we speak and have no fear about subjects and topics of importance. I'm the co-creator and founder of Barroom Chats Podcast, where we focus on entertainment, politics, culture, education, business, and health. It's been a lot going on lately. Been a lot in the news. And, I still typically tend to just do a podcast when I feel it. It's not necessarily a necessity. I'm sure I'm going to get to that point where I have to report on a regular basis, but time will tell. So I recently wrote a blog called The Black Celebrities and the Destruction of Black Wealth. And I put that out there based on the mere fact that a lot of these celebrities is dying with no wills and no living will and testament, yada, yada, yada. So I threw that out. You can check that out at ishiphopdead.com, Black Celebrities and the Destruction of Black Wealth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to piggyback off of that, but this will be titled The Destruction of Black Wealth. And then encompass a few things. Last night, I just happened to be watching Prince. He had a live performance on a PBS public broadcasting station of one of his shows. And, I think it might have been in Paisley Park. And he was going pretty good. He was jamming because I had never seen a brother in live. And that was a really good show. But during certain breaks, they would offer certain packages and certain products, music, things of that nature that was relative to Prince. In which case, that money would typically go to his estate or his descendants. But in this case, I don't think it's going to make it there. I think it'll go back to the record label. And then PBS will get they'll get the large bulk of the percentage of the sales that come through with the services and the products that they were offering based on the fact that they was the one hosting that particular event. So we all know Prince passed away. As we speak, I believe his estate is in court now for about at the hefty price of about $1 million a month, because Prince didn't have any children. There was an alleged person out here that claimed to be his son, but ain't nobody gonna let him get next to the money. Family members, been off and on trying to get certain situations together, and they not letting them really get next to the money. So again, this podcast is called The Destruction of Black Wealth. And the reason why I put this out here, because at this very moment in time, everything is upside down. Everybody that has some sort of money, that is a black entertainer, celebrity, politician, politician, like I said, everything is upside down. It seems like all black celebrities in particular are being targeted, and somehow or another they ended up in jail. Now, behind the scenes, there are a lot of other wealthy blacks who are not in entertainment, in which case we don't hear too much about them, but in particular, they may be at jeopardy too. So now, we'll keep it broad for the sake of this conversation, but we know Bill Cosby's in jail. I think he's paying, or has paid several $1 million to fight his case. R. Kelly, they just brought up another 11 charges on him. He's already hollering he broke. So look like he won't be making it back to the stage no time soon. John Singleton just passed. His descendants and heirs and kinfolk fighting over his money. Michael Jackson is dead. His money or estate or record royalties have been, let's see, the catalogs and things. I think that his mother turned some of that stuff back over to the record company. Might have been Warner. And the list goes on. It's a host of a lot of different celebrities, man. So going back again, studying the history and understanding that none of these entertainers, i.e. like Stevie Wonder, signed a slave contract where the attorney had him paying him a percentage of his money into perpetuity. Dude dies. Stevie contested. His wife wants him to still continue to pay the slave wage, slave royalty. And this is the ongoing onslaught of black people in America, wealthy or not, wealthy per se. You take investors, athletes, politicians. You can take the guy who did the Super Soaker water gun. Let me see if I can find his name because I done forgot. He mess around and let's see, creator of Super Soaker. Lonnie Johnson created the Super Soaker water gun, and he had to do battle with, I think it was Hasbro or Mattel. Because they was trying to screw him out of his patent, and he had to sue them for like $600,000 or something, royalties and the patent. They didn't want to pay him. So it goes across the board, man. Of a lot of you could take Latimer, Elijah McCoy. I'm sorry. Who was, I think, let me get my story straight, and I'm gonna bring all this home. Elijah McCoy was an inventor, and if I'm not mistaken, he was working. Okay, no. That's right. Here we go. Lewis Latimer worked with Thomas Edison to create the light bulb filament, but he didn't get credit. He didn't get the credit for it. Thomas Edison got the credit for it. Thomas Edison and his descendants grows on to be extremely wealthy. Nikola Tesla, which is the white dude, also got ripped off by Thomas Edison for his inventions, and he died broke. This is ongoing onslaught of the destruction of black wealth that has been going on since the turn of the century, since after post-Reconstruction. If you're not working in favor of the establishment, then there's a good chance you might not see your wealth pass on to the next generation, because they have parameters in place, whether it be taxation, whether it be tagging you with some type of illegal activity, whether it be some type of stigmatism they put on you in order to keep you from being sustainable and able to pass that on. So all black celebrities seem to be under attack. If they ain't in jail right now, they on their way, or they got issues through domestic violence when they got to go to court for that, or is something going on that's keeping them from really doing the necessary things. So, for example, everybody's buzzing now saying that Jay-Z is the first billionaire. Okay, they was talking about Dr. Dre about that about what had been about a year or two now ago. They saying Jay-Z didn't hit the $1 billion mark. Okay, well, Jay-Z, works well with the establishment. So he may be able, him and Beyonce, to keep that money flowing and on to the next generation and continue on, providing that there is no conflict between him and record company owners. So the destruction of black wealth is understanding why the destruction of black wealth is ongoing and will continue to go on is paramount. We don't know what's going to happen with John Singleton's estate. We know Prince's estate may get taxed out of existence. Michael Jackson's estate was in debt. Don't know what happened to James Brown. R. Kelly hollering he broke. Bill Cosby is in jail, in which case when you slide over to Harvey Weinstein, who has some of the similar allegations, he was able to settle out of court. He'll walk away a free man. He'll go back to living his life as normal. He'll get back into the position of power. This is by design, and historically, things have been put in place to ensure that black folks don't rise economically. And this is what we've been dealing with. So we want to continue to look out for this, continue to understand why this is. I'm just throwing this out there so y'all can keep your eyes open. But I noticed, like I said, what spawned me to write that blog was some of the celebrities and what they was going through. And then, like I said, I'm putting this out here on the audio so, it can be heard that we need to definitely take a serious look at what's going on with black wealth and why it's not making it down 10 generations. You see what I'm saying? Why it's not making it down 10 generations. So this Cool Water Digital Dope Man, I'm going to get off here and keep this short. Check me out at the blog ishiphopdead.com. Look for me at thedigitaldopeman.com. And be on the lookout for the lecture Who Killed the Black Entrepreneur. Peace and stay blessed.